Who's up? Just came here to chat for a little bit. Anybody's up, up, up. Hello. Come keep me company. Who is up? Maybe Thursday is not a good night. I mean, I don't know. I don't have many followers, but last time I came live, the only time I came live, y'all was pouring in this room. Maybe I should have waited till it was a little later. Okay. But I don't have later. I gotta get up in the morning. Early in the morning. Hello. See one person has entered my room. I'm getting a slow start to the night. One person has left my room. Doesn't it always feel kind of like uncomfortable when you enter a room like the only person there? It's like we are having a direct conversation. Not staying up for long. Let's see who comes in. Oh my God, people are still. Is it a crime? Oh, some people are in here. 3, okay. Oh, it's finally, you know what? It usually takes a minute before the people start coming in. And then my numbers arise. You know, hey, speak to me. I speak back. How are all y'all doing? How is everyone doing? Hello, Janelle. Yeah, I've been going through it these last couple of days. Hi, Kim. Hello. Like, I've really been going through it. Hello, brother Ken. And some of y'all be coming on my videos telling me that I like to talk about other people. So I was like, you know what? I'll just come and talk about myself and how I've been going through it. I lost a friend and everything this last couple of days. I'm getting so tired of people. I've lost friends. Oh, I lost a friend, y'all. Maybe I should wait till more people come in. Hey JoJo, I lost a friend that I had. See, I am the type of person, I keep friends for a long time. Like most of my friends I've known over 20 years. I think my last new friend I made was like 15 years ago. And then to most recently, like last 3 years, I made a new friend. And usually I don't even allow people to get close to me, y'all. I lost a friend. Thank you. Thank you. You want a cougar. Okay. I don't know how old you are. I don't know if I would be a cougar when it comes to you. I look old? Let me not, maybe I shouldn't ask that if I look old or not. Because, oh, y'all know y'all could be harsh. Harsh. Oh, about me losing a friend. I'm going to tell y'all. I'm going to see, wait until maybe a few more people come. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely a cougar to you, boo boo. Yes, definitely. All the little kids in my life is older than you pretty much. Yes. I'm definitely a cougar. I was trying to see if more people come in before I tell my story because I don't want to have to retell my story. All right. What do y'all believe in like the girl code, guy code? Is there such thing as a guy code when it comes to dating? Do y'all believe in that? Is there such thing as a girl code, guy code? Let me know. You guessing 20? Ooh, thank you. Maybe the stuff I've been using on my face has been working. If you guessing 20. And actually, when I turned my phone on, I kept wiping like I got a little baby, a little wipe. Actually, this is called the dude wipes. So I used to use the baby wipes. And then my old dude was like, "These your baby wipes keep ripping." He was like, so he introduced me to the dude wipes, and they are like, feel like they like 2 or 3 times thicker. It's called dude wipes for men, but I use them. I use the one who doesn't have like the scent, but I use dude wipes. I love these things. They are better than baby wipes. Okay. Thank you. Also, when I turned this thing on, I kept wiping the screen. I was like, "Why it looks like I have a filter?" And then I was like, "Oh, okay, that's just me." That is just me. I do not have a filter. Oh, Slay. Okay, hey. All right, y'all. So tell me, do y'all believe in a girl and guy code when it comes to dating? Do y'all? And when I say the girl and guy code, you can't talk to somebody. Doesn't matter for who their practice. You are not supposed to talk to somebody your friend used to talk to. Do y'all believe in that? Tell me. Let me know. I don't know if there's a such thing when it comes to like guy code, but I know like usually women we practice the girl code, right? So do y'all agree with that? I'm gonna tell you how I lost my friend. Thank you. You gamer guy. It's the H2O and the genetics. Thank you. I appreciate that. I use a lot of products on my face. So my grandmother, Lord rest her soul, she told me years ago in my 20s, she said, you know you have Caucasian blood in you. So you need to start using your creams on ointments and all that early because you don't want to age fast. I've been putting stuff on my face, protecting and sunblocking everything since I was in my 20s. Nowadays it's open relationships now with younger generation. Oh, okay, it's open generation. How about people in their 30s and up? Okay, guy and girl code. Yeah, so the guy and girl code is you cannot talk to someone that your boy or your girl used to talk to. Girl, this generation is cooked. Staying single is a flex. Oh, who you telling? Okay, now, so I'm telling you how I lost my friend, and it got to do with. Ooh, I ain't even gonna speak. So this is my new friend for 3 years, and she is younger than me. She is about 8 years younger than me, I'm not telling you my age, but I'm a woman of a particular age. But I took her under my wing because I met her through my ex-boyfriend. And they were friends. He was like, get to know her, whatever. And I knew early on that she didn't trust. You have to worry. Women, I don't know what woman is on here. You need to be careful of any woman who don't have women friends and who say they don't trust women. Because I promise you, they got issues with their mama. And those be the same women that will backstab you and all types of things. So if a woman say, I don't trust women, I don't have women friends, even a man, you need to be worried about that girl, okay? She's probably sneaky, okay? But I took her under my wing. She was younger than me. And y'all know, y'all be telling me that I be talking bad about old ghetto ass Quita and Marcus. But this girl, she is ghetto. And I don't mind a little ghetto. I think it's a difference between hood and just straight ghetto. So I have a little hood ways, okay? I was brought up in a ghetto, but just because you brought don't mean your mentality has to be there. To me, hood can be like, it could be anything like, okay, how we reuse grocery bags. It could be anything like fried bologna sandwiches. People get down like that. It could be like drinking Kool-Aid. I don't do none of that except the grocery bags. My grocery bags become everything. Okay. But ghetto is like what I'm worried. What I try to stay away from like just straight ghetto, cause ghetto would have you out in public and these bitches is brawling and stuff. And I'm too old to be brawling and stuff because somebody pushed you. How was your deer season? Whatever your age is, you look young. Thank you. So I don't really like to really hang with just like straight ghetto girls. But this girl, she needed some refinement, okay? And so I took her under my wing. Like I said, she's like 8 years younger than me. When I met her, my ex, he was telling me, he was like, man, we've been out to the club with her and we've had to pull her out of the club 3 times because she's trying to fight me. I'm not putting my hands on no man. What do I look like? I'm not putting my hands on no woman, but I'm definitely not putting my hands on no man. So this broad is my ex-friend now. It's the type that will fight men. Like, no. Now she need a reality check. So I decided, okay, so I hang with women of a particular, way. Like we've had our our foolery back in the day, but now we're more mature. Okay, you don't like ninjas. I what you don't I like ninjas, but so I hang with women a little more mature. Okay, we out of that roddy type mess. Whatever. We hold our tongue. Okay, we know how to walk away. When we go out, we like to have a good time. We like to drink. We like brunch and stuff. We there. That's what we are in life. This girl likes that, but she's kind of like a pit bull in a dress, and so I brought her into my group because I thought she could use, and we're older women than her, that, we can be an example. It could make her start behaving. The first time I took her out, I got common sense. So the first time I took her out to dinner with my girls, she got a little ignorant and she stood up like, oh, I'm about to be out here. And I was just like, hold up. If you want to call yourself being around me and my friend, you're going to sit down and you're going to handle this conversation like a grown woman, and all this emotion you need to comment. You need to cut. And so since then, I've never had no issue with her being out in public acting a fool. In fact, she started dressing better and she holds herself better. But just because you take a bitch out of the hood don't mean you gonna take that hood ratness out of her, okay? So because I was trying to be the example, guys. Clock it, 8. Yeah, it's hard. It takes some time. It takes some refinement. And obviously I haven't been around her enough. So basically, I just dressed up a hot ass mess. Basically, I dressed up a hot mess. So this is what happened. So me and my girls, outside of her, that I've been friends with like over 20 years, we really practice girl code. Okay, like we don't talk to nobody. You don't talk to nobody. Like even if y'all even went on a few, we don't. Well, we don't do all that. Okay. So this happened New Year's. So I'm going from we went to this real nice place like in Atlanta. And everybody's getting in cars to go to the next location. So she gets in my car, I'm about to drive to the next location, and she just has a look on her face, and I'm like, she's like, Roxy. I was like, what, girl? I'm talking to somebody I used to talk to. And now, as I'm doing this, I'm trying to back up. So I like, brake, park, what? Because ain't no way nobody who's supposed to be my friend supposed to ever say those words. Not laughing at you. I just hear what you're saying. Happy New Year. So I park. I press the button to park because I'm trying to back my car up. I'm like, what? And I had to pull it out of her because now she's hesitant. So I was like, you talking to somebody? What? What you say? Well, now that you really, really talk to him, but whatever. And so I'm just like, now mind you, where are you from? Now I'm in Atlanta, okay? I wasn't born here, but I'm here now. Okay, so I was just like, no one who's supposed to be my friend should ever utter those words that you're talking to somebody I used to talk to. So now I'm worried, like, cause I was like, I know they my ex, because I went into this new year, and I was like, I'm not taking nobody into this new year with me. Y'all all got to go. So now I'm waiting, like my mouth got all dry and stuff. And I'm like, who are you talking to, girl? Who? And she told me the guy was his doctor, whatever. But see, we only got like in the very beginning, we did a lot of talking, whatever, but his practice flooded out. So it didn't get serious. And I met him about 3 years ago, what have you. And because his practice got flooded out, I didn't feel like he was giving me enough like physical attention. So it kind of just faded out, but he always stayed in contact. Last time he contacted me was like June of last year, whatever. He always contacted me, whatever. But still, to me, now I don't know to you guys, but still, that's a no. So then I'm like, okay, now I want the details. Like, how did this even happen? Okay. So she told me they met on a dating app. Okay. Okay. And how this happened? She was like, but then they became friends on another social media. And because I'm like, how do you know I used to talk to this man? Hotland, you get a good signal coming out of there. Okay. So I was like, so how do you know I used to talk to him? So she was like, okay, so we became friends on another social media thing. And I saw that you liked all his stuff. Now, I never told her this, but I'm not the type of woman that just be liking men's stuff. Okay. Now, the only time I'm really going to like a man's stuff is if he's like in the community doing something. I don't like thirst traps. I don't do all that. Like if are you doing some educational content, I'll do some that whatever. But I'm just not liking your stuff. I'm not liking thirst traps. I'm not whatever. So if I'm liking your stuff, there is something going on between us. Okay, I don't do no signaling. It's I'm liking your stuff because there's something going on. Okay, there's some dating. There's something going on. So I never told her this, but she said I noticed she was liking all his stuff, so I knew there was something there. I was like, okay, so she see how I move on social media. Okay, so then what happened? So she tells me they done been on 4 dates and he done gave her oral sex. Okay, and I'm like, you're an educated, mature woman. That's an educated woman right there. So I was like, okay. So I'm waiting for her to say. Now, mind you, I'm kind of slightly under the influence, so my mind was going a little slow. So I'm waiting for her to say like, before she said, I'm like, before she said the dates and stuff. I'm like, okay, she's letting me know that she's just talking. They about to she's interested. So I'm thinking she's letting me know before she tells me all this extra. Now I'm not asking none of these questions. She's just giving me this information. So I'm like, okay, you noticed something. So I'm just waiting. Okay, okay, girl. Okay. She's like, but I talked to him. He just told me y'all talked like 2 times, and it just y'all just never talked again. Okay. So now, mind y'all, I'm under the influence because I've been drinking champagne all night, and then she did something else that made me very uncomfortable, and I never saw this side to her. And I was just like, so one of my other girls, one of my girls, she brought her fiance there to the party thing that we was at, and she was just talking about, oh, he was sexy and stuff, and then she was just like, and I didn't realize it till the next day. I was looking at one of my recordings. She was just talking about, just complimenting him and his accent because he's from somewhere else, and then she was like, oh my God, I just think I'm just gonna remain single. I was just like, once you become my home girl's man, I don't see you no more. Like, you don't exist, okay? Like, why you keep talking about how good this man looks? So it was making me uncomfortable. So actually, that was running through my mind because this is her first time meeting the other girl. So that's running through my mind. Like, why are you lusting over my home girl's man? Like, we don't do that. So I'm like, even though that girl's not your friend, I know you don't owe that girl no type of loyalty. I don't get down like that, okay? And I would not can you bring both of your elbows together? Can I bring both of my elbows together? Well, I'm holding my phone, so now I'm not bringing both my elbows together. But yes, I can bring both my elbows together, young boy. Weirdo, okay? Huh. Okay, so we go to the next spot. And so, silly. So I'm not thinking about the whole she gave him. So when hold on, let me go back. Rewind. So when she told me who it was, I was just like, thank God, because anybody else on my social media who stuff I like, we done been in some sort of relationship. So I was like, thank God it was him and it wasn't somebody else. So that's the only thing I thought. And then, mind you, I'm under the influence. I go to the next spot. And actually, her being around my homegirl was bothering me more. And then we get there and she was like, Roxy, you need to tell your homegirl to get her man because he looking at me. I said, girl, that man looking at everybody. He ain't looking at you. So that made me uncomfortable. So now I'm thinking like, is this girl the type of girl that would be trying to fuck your man behind your back? Because I've never seen this before. It was a challenge. Weird. Yes, I would do. Although it was weird if I wasn't holding my phone. So I was like, I wonder like, okay, is this girl that's been my friend for 3 years, is she the type that will fuck your man behind your back? Like, that's what I was thinking. It was uncomfortable. Like, don't be lusting after nobody's man like that, okay? It's okay if you say, okay, tell me, oh, Roxy, that's a nice looking man. But I shouldn't be hearing it like 10 times throughout the night about how fine this man is. And you definitely shouldn't be telling me this man looking at you, even if he is. You should act like you don't see him. You should Ray Charles that shit, okay? She's a beautiful woman. I will not take that away from her. A very beautiful woman, okay? So then the next day I'm sitting with this and I'm like, and the crazy thing was, like, mind you, I'm telling you, I was kind of under influence. So I have a lot of videos where I'm just like, I'm just looking at myself and stuff. And this is the next time I'm looking back at these videos, and I hear her talking about this girl's man beside me, my homegirl's man. So I'm upset about that, and I sit and think about it. So I was like, hey, hello, Momo Bong Kula. So I was like, girl, whatever happened to girl code? Like, and it girl code is not really expressed. Like, we don't sit down and say, let's all convene, let's have a conversation. So you mess with somebody, once you mess with somebody, talk to somebody, we off limits. Like, it's just like a known thing. You in a girls group, you hang with girls. We don't do that shit. Like, off limits. I was like, wait a minute, girl code. She done told me after she done had 4 dates with this dude, and he done ate her punani. Now she want to let me know that, oh, she talking to somebody I used to talk to. And at no point, so I text her the next day, and I was just like, this has been on my mind. Like, whatever happened to girl code? Now, like, don't you feel like you noticed before y'all whatever did whatever you noticed that I was all on this man's social media, liking his stuff? I was like, that nothing clicked to you that maybe you should have came to me and said, Rob asked me if something was going on. There was some type of relationship there. But instead, you proceeded to be intimate with this man. You didn't check with me. I'm invested, but girl, New Year's Eve brings the real people. I let go of friends last year, New Year's, because I was seeing girl code being broken left. And that's the crazy thing is I've never experienced this. And I have like in my girl group, I have like two real close friends, and then the rest is just like my girls. But I've never experienced this in a group. We have never crisscrossed men. I don't care if you went on a couple of dates. We don't crisscross. We don't do that. Like, that's a little myth for us all, okay? Perfect. So I was sitting there and I was chatting to her. I think this was through text. I was like, what happened to girl code? Don't you think you should have said, and I'm waiting for her to say, Roxy, my bad. You know what? You right. And she was like, no, what she told me was, and what she told me in the car was, well, I went to him and he said, there was nothing between y'all, so I just proceeded. I said, niggas lie every day. You just got out of a relationship with a nigga who lied for on and off for 10 years. Niggas lie. You my friend. You was my friend first. You supposed to come talk to me. Let me tell y'all what happened. Right, I was hanging out with her all year. All of a sudden, she just showed her true colors. But I'm like, you supposed to come talk to me. You supposed to be my friend. And not one time, y'all, on that, while I'm texting her, did she say, you know what, my bad, Roxy? Because had she said my bad, you know what, I should have, I know myself, I would have just, I even take women relationships more serious than men. Because your girls stay. Even through relationships, your girls still stay. And the only time I'm probably gonna take a man's more serious than my girls is when you marry. That's when you take your man more serious than you. That's when the man comes first. You married. Are you basically engaged? That's when the man comes first. Other than that, your girls come first. Okay. So now, once did she ever say this, y'all? So I had to think about this situation. Now check this. So, oh girl, she hurt my feelings. I'm gonna blow up. I hope so. I hope I do blow up. She hurt my feelings, y'all. Let me tell you. Okay, she hurt my feelings. I couldn't believe it. But so I thought we all move with morals and stuff. I'm not saying like we don't go out there and do whatever. I ain't talking about those type of morals that you may be, spreading it wide or whatever with niggas. I ain't talking about those type of morals. I'm talking about certain morals. Okay, here it go, y'all. Okay. So my friend is the first friend I've ever had who has the package. She got the highs. She got the shit, y'all. Okay. And I've never, ever, like, especially like if I bring somebody around, I don't share that shit. Okay. Like I may go like talk to my family, like, okay, I got a friend that got whatever. And she educated me on whatever. She educated me on that HIV. But I've never like, and men come around, I've never shared this, nothing, whatever. But she always told me before she intimate with a man, she's told me she always tell them. And the thing is, like, men have approached, and why I believe this, men have approached, and she has had a conversation in front of men who have approached. And then if they want to exchange numbers, they will. And she's pretty much told me every man she has ever shared that with, there's only been one man who's ever walked away. And then he walked away and he came back and dealt with her. She has been on and off in a relationship. But the thing is that when I say she's a gorgeous woman. She's petite. She's dark skinned. She is gorgeous, like beautiful woman. So just by looks, most men should want her. You know, most men who that's the type should want her. Beautiful. So she will get a lot of attention. The problem is, like I said, she's a pit bull in a damn dress. And men see, you know, sooner or later they see that hood rat ghetto-ness. So the thing is, the men that she's always Iranian like done. So the thing is, she's only ever been in relationships with, get this, like niggas who ain't doing shit, like niggas who she got to take care of. And I should have paid attention to this. She has always been in relationships with men she got to take care of, or men who are bisexual. Because why? Because she got that shit. So basically, she told me having that shit is basically like walking into a room where everybody's wearing white and you the only one with red on. She said you think about it like every fucking day. You can't help but think about it. And I would hate it because if I had, well, she ain't got no butt, but she still got that. She's more like a slim white woman. So she got her picking them in. You know, if people didn't know, like, she gorgeous woman. So she tells me that she don't let this man eat her pussy, and she ain't told him she got the hives. Now this man is a medical doctor. So while I'm sitting in the car, and mind you, I'm not even thinking about this. I'm like, well, maybe, cause I was like, maybe, because he in the medical field, he'll understand that because you're on your medicine. Once you do tell him, maybe he'll stick around. So I'm giving her hope. Because I'm so happy it's this man and it wasn't nobody else. Because any other man, I'd be ready to slap the shit out of her. Even if I'm not with you, them, I was with them. Like relationships. So I'm happy she chose this one to mess with. If she had to mess with him, and I'm trying to be nice and it's New Year's. I was like, well, hopefully, like once you tell him, he'll stick around. He's a medical professional and all this, whatever, whatever. Even though my other friend I was trying to make them two friends, she was like, girl, no, he ain't gonna stick around. Okay, so this has been on my spirit. So I've been talking to my mama. I went to my daddy. I went to like everybody. Everybody was like, that is not your friend, girl. Because it's so hard for me. Like like I told y'all, like my girlfriends are more serious to me. I be freaking heartbroken, y'all. I mean, like a girl, my homegirls do something wrong. I be so fucking hope she's not watching. I don't care if she is watching. She's no longer my friend. Bonnet crew, she is no longer my friend. Okay, she is no longer my friend. And she solidified that when she wrote her long message to me. Okay, so this has been on me. How long has it been? 2 weeks? That's how long it's been on my chest, whatever. And then we all got a little girl meet up on the 24th, and I invited her, even the other girl who, man, she was lusting at, and I had to tell the other girl, don't bring your husband. But I wasn't even going to tell her don't bring her fiance. I wasn't even going to tell her that because that's the type of friend I am, trying to protect everybody. Just don't bring him, girl, okay? So this has been on my spirit. So I went to people and I'm just talking, and I even went to my brother-in-law. He was just like, girl, that is a hoe in a dress, okay? That's a dressed up whore you got. You can't trust that girl. And they was pretty much saying like, and I didn't even really like think about it myself. They was pretty much saying that because she ain't used to a certain quality of man, because this man is a certain quality. Okay, I only mess with men of certain caliber. She ain't used to that. So she trying to get him hooked on a poo nanny. She trying to get him hooked. Thank you. She trying to get him hooked on a poo nanny. So hopefully when she do tell him, he'll stick around. Okay. So it's been bothering me, but I did not want to say nothing else, y'all. So mind you, this happened on New Year's. And it's been like, I'm thinking like, what type of friend? And do I really have a hoe as a friend? That type of, I was a question like, am I in the midst of a traitor, a Judas? Just a Judas, just a horse. I was just like, I didn't want to say nothing. I was like, I don't know if I was nervous. I just didn't want to have that conflict, but it was on my spirit. So y'all may say I'm wrong for this. So I went to him. What I did, I hit him up on his inbox, and I knew when I sat with it, I was just like, I knew instead of going to her, I knew I was taking out on him how I was feeling towards her. So I went to him yesterday. Was it yesterday? Maybe yesterday before. And I was like, oh, so you be going after girls, you be going after women you done dealt with, friends, huh? So I went to him. And it turned into this long message or whatever. And I was just like, he was like, well, we ain't did nothing. I was like, why are you even telling me you ain't did nothing? She done told me you done ate the poo nanny and everything. She done told me I went on 4 dates and everything. He was like, well, I'm an honest person, and I told her, we didn't get far into getting to know each other. I told the truth. I said, I don't give a fuck. I said, it ain't got nothing necessarily to do with you. It's her. And I'm taking out how I'm feeling towards her on you right now. I said, what is a nigga? A nigga ain't nobody. When it comes to date, a nigga ain't nobody. She's supposed to came to me. You don't take no word of a nigga. I said, y'all lie. I don't care how honest you are. I said, when you want your homeboy to tell you if he was interested in somebody you used to talk to, he was like, well, I don't really tell nobody who I'm dating, who I'm dealing with. I said, you know what? If she came to me and y'all done did X, Y, and Z, and then she said, you know what, Roxy, I was with somebody, cool. But the thing is, the girl said she went on your social media and she saw I was all over your stuff, and so she knew it was something, and she still proceeded. And he was like, well, she's a loyal friend. I said, that don't sound like loyalty to me. Let me tell y'all what I did. So check this. So when I met the girl, okay, you gonna rewatch this live. So let me check this. So when I met the girl, like I told you, I met her through my ex-boyfriend. And now she told me early on, we weren't friends or anything, but she told me early on that she was on and off for like 6 years with one of the love of her lives. And I could relate to whatever because I was basically, well, not, it wasn't 6 years. You know, I've been married before, so our stories kind of was similar in a sense, but I was married, okay? So I was just like, oh, you know, I felt whatever. I felt it. I was like, yeah, we had a little girl moment, but we were not friends. We did not even have each other's numbers, okay? So my ex-boyfriend had a little like party at his house, and I go to his party, whatever. And I'm talking, and then this guy, I didn't even know he was interested. To me, he didn't look my way at all. He came and we exchanged numbers. So we're talking the next day, and he's asking to take me out and everything. And I was like, oh, but at the party, I asked him, I said, how do you know my ex? He was like, oh, I know him through a male friend of his. I was like, okay, cool. So we talking the next day, and we done and we talking, it's during the week, so our date was scheduled for the weekend. And so then my ex like hit me up, and I was like, guess what? I'm going out on a date with one of the guys at the party. So there was actually one guy that was like all in my face that night. He didn't even ask me for my number. And so he was like, oh, you going out with so-and-so? I was like, no, I'm not going out with so-and-so. I'm going out with so-and-so. He was like, oh, damn. That's old girl's ex. I was like, what? Yeah, that's old girl's ex who she was on and off with for 6 years. That's the love of her fucking life. Mind you, I owe this girl no loyalty. I've only met this girl one other time. Okay? You know what I did? And you know what I did? Oh, boy called me back. And I was calling him all types of like, what you trying to do? Like, hurt this girl? Why would you do that? First of all, I didn't even pick up the energy. And I'm usually good. I didn't see no energy between them. Because had I seen a little bit of energy, I wouldn't even went there. I was like, you know what? I said, you just doggish. You trying to hurt this girl? You know we now kind of moving in the same circle. What are you trying to do? So I blocked the nigga. Okay, I blocked him. I owe the girl no loyalty. Like I said, one time, I met her like one time, maybe two. Okay? Didn't even have the girl number. This nigga for the next couple of days kept calling me from different numbers. And I blocked him. So I knew he was being, y'all in Alabama, no, you hear my southern accent? No, absolutely not. Okay, my southern accent really comes out. Oh my God. And it's so funny because usually I date men from the north. And I just really put it on. I go like straight Charleston with them and they just love it. Okay. So I blocked him. He kept calling me and I blocked him like several times. And I was just like, he was being intentional. Why are you chasing me? Thank you. I was like, why are you like, we didn't even have much conversation. You intentionally trying to get at me because you're trying to hurt this girl. I blocked him. See, that's the type of, even I'm not your friend, that's how I move. We about to be in the same girls group. I'm not going to be talking to your dude. Especially not somebody you said was the love of your life. Are you serious? I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. That's how I moved. Obviously, this heifer don't move the same way. But that's how me and my other girls, we move. So y'all, okay, so about 2 days ago, I think it was like 2 days ago, I go into his inbox. And like I said, I'm taking out on him what I really feel about her. So I knew he was going to say something. But this little messy old nigga bitch go back and like he added a little 1-2 extra on it, okay? So she contacts me yesterday and she left me all types of like messages and stuff. And she was just like, I think she's telling me I'm salty and shit. And then y'all, I swear it's on this phone. If it was on my other phone, I would let y'all even hear the messages. That's how I get down. She telling me I'm salty and I must still want him. I was like, I must still want him. I was like, this girl is male centered because she keeps telling me about this nigga, and I don't care about this nigga. And she keeps telling me, well, he told me y'all didn't. Da, da. It has nothing to do with him. Like, once again, you male centered. Don't trust no bitch who's just male centered like that. No, if it ain't her husband, no. So she told me, you must want him. And then I'm thinking to myself, I must want him. All the men I've pretty much been with has similar money to him or more money, okay? Why? No, it's not him. I say it has nothing to do with this nigga. It's how you move. And then she's done other stuff. And okay, I'm about to say, no, it didn't stop. Okay, so she done did other stuff when it comes to like other people I know. And it was like, oh, Roxy basically will deal with her feelings later after the situation. She'll be okay. Let me worry about her. Let me invite this girl instead because she'll have some feelings about it, but Roxy will be okay. So that's how she been moving. So she told me I'm salty. I want the man. You talking about you respect girl code. Why you gonna go to some nigga I done fucked? And why you wanna? She was like, why you wanna know? You asking this man about this is when he throws salt on it about me and him and what we done did in the bedroom. I didn't ask that man nothing about what you did in the bedroom. I told that man what you told me, and he told me that y'all ain't do nothing. And I know he lying at that point and that she was just probably putting on for her girls. I was like, now, why would she even tell me that you done gave her head if you didn't give her head? If she got to go come and tell me that she done been with this Negro. She ain't putting on, okay? Because that would hurt. Wouldn't that have hurt my feelings more to know you done been intimate with a man before you came and talked to me? So she sent me some more messages, last 2 days, whatever. And then she was like, you know what? I don't no longer consider you my friend. You're not my associate. Like, how are you going to be trying to, like, come at my nigga? Oh, so she told me that I was so curious about what they did in the bedroom. I was asking him so many questions about what they did in the bedroom, which I did not ask him at all. Because I was trying to insinuate. I was trying to get around to telling him she has HIV. She was like, and just just so you already know, I already let him know I have HIV. Really? So, okay, y'all. So I try to move. Even though y'all be watching my videos of me talking about Ratchet Marcus and Quita. Okay. I talk about behaviors. I don't talk about physical features. Like if you sit up here and you tattoo your face, I'm gonna talk about that. But I'm not gonna talk about that. And I don't be sitting up here telling people business like that type of business. I was never insinuating. I had no, even though she hurt my feelings, I was not gonna tell her status. Okay. I didn't even insinuate to this nigga that she had HIV, okay? Because I thought she was going to get her senses and come back and apologize. I would have never. So then I go and tell my best friend who knows this girl, and she been telling me since New Year's that this girl ain't really my girl. And she said, you know what, she told him, that's what she sent you, that she told him. Why don't we make sure that she told him? Go ahead and leave a voice message and go cuss his ass out for adding 20 on 10 or how they're saying 15 on 5 or whatever they're saying. She was like, let's go ahead and let's just make sure you told him. So now that's one of my messy friends. So I was just like, I'm gonna do that shit. Let's see if she really told him. Since she done told me she no longer my friend, let's solidify you not being my friend. Since you trusting niggas over me, you putting niggas over me and stuff. Let's make sure. So I sent him a voice message on IG. But then I told my other friend, see, that's why you need friends. I told my other friend who knows, and she was like, Roxy, don't do that. You know what? He'll get whatever's coming to him if it comes to him. And my other friend like, blow that shit all the way up. Let's see if they be together by the end of the damn day. She's like, fuck that shit up, Roxy. Go ahead and do another one. Like, no, Roxy, just let it be. Like, look, she the one who's living with that shit. You got a good life. Just leave her alone. So, y'all, I go and delete the message before he see it. I delete the voice message. And then here go my friend. She's all like, come on, Roxy, do that shit. Blow it up. So I put the message, I send the message again. And then my friend left like, no, Roxy. Because mind you, I was going to tell him anyway. Even though she hurt my feelings, I was going to tell him. But now she's talking about she ain't my friend. And I know the heifer ain't told this nigga, okay? How many niggas going to take kind of eating your pussy and you ain't let him know first off that you got that shit? Now he just okay. Okay. So I put that message back, y'all. But then my friend came like, no, Roxy, don't do that. So I deleted that message. Y'all, do y'all not know I put that message up there 3 fucking times? 3 times. And then I just decided not to. I deleted it. So this is about 2 days ago. I deleted the message. I know she did not tell this nigga she got that shit. And she only ain't telling him because he's a professional. She ain't used to a professional man. So she trying to trap him with the pussy. Because she one of them heifers that will do anything and everything in the bedroom, okay? That's how she got the shit in the first place, okay? So I took the message down. I was like, no, let me be a good girl. Let me take it down. So then today, I'm in good spirits. I'm like, she don't want to be my friend, fine. That's probably exactly what needed to happen because she don't move like she a girl's girl and I'm a girl's girl. So my friend, my little devil friend on my shoulder, I wake up and she sent me a message. She was like, Roxy, you know what you could do? Since he sent all the messages that you sent to her and sprinkled a little extra on it, why don't you just send the message she sent to you stating that she got HIV and that she told him? And let's find out. This is what I woke up to, y'all, this morning. Mind you, I'm trying to be in good spirits. Like, you know what? She took out the trash on her own. She took her own trash out. So I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna do it. Yeah, so that was my story, y'all. I lost me a friend. So I hope they enjoy. And I'm not somebody who shames people with HIV. But I do shame, like, it's a moral thing. She's a selfish person. And I'm seeing that. And I'm good we're no longer friends. I'm saying she's a fucking selfish person because a selfish person sleeps with a person and don't let them know that they got HIV. She's a selfish person because she is willing to go behind her friend's back and talk to a nigga her friends once talked to and then tell her friend, well, I just took the man's word. Selfish. That is selfish. I don't need that around me. Okay? So she took the trash out on her own. Okay? So that's my story time. So since y'all always talking about, I be talking about other people, I done told y'all what I've been going through. And I lost me a friend. Oh, well. Everybody would tell me she was my friend anyway. All right, so before I hang up, y'all, so I'm going to tell y'all something. So I've been trying to build up my perfume collection. And I got like the St. Laurent's and all that type of stuff. Okay, but I don't have many. So I went over one of my family members' houses and she got like everything. And so I'm just going through and, oh my God, I need to get this. And I'm making a list. Like, I need to get this. I need to get this. I need to get that, whatever. And like all this, like a lot of the shit she got is like $400, $500. So I'm making a list like, okay, I'm going to get this and that and whatever. So I'm building up my little collection. And then she had one and I smelled it. I was like, oh my God, this smells so good. And then even like, I wore that all, because I went over her house in the morning. I wore that all day. And even my YSL perfume, the scent just died down and everything. But this shit was still like strong and it was smelling so pretty and shit. Y'all know what? This girl told me, girl, you can get that shit at Walmart. So I'm going to show y'all because I love sharing. Like when I find out something new, for me, it may not be new for y'all. I love to share the stuff. So man, I mean, buy your girl something. Like it smells so freaking pretty and it lasts all day. So she was like, girl, you can get that stuff at Walmart for $20. And then I told my friend about it. She was like, girl, remember I told you I had this Arabic perfume and I told you it smells real good? Girl, that's what it was. Y'all, go to Walmart and it's like no more than about $22. If you get it on a good day, it's $19. This stuff right here, what is it? Yara. And they all are called like Yara. So I don't know if there's any like special name. There's different colors. This is the hot pink. This is like $20, y'all. So I'm sharing it with y'all. Once I learn something new, y'all get it too, okay? $20. This stuff smells so pretty. I swear, y'all buy this for your girl. She would not know this shit ain't $200-$300. This, oh my God, Walmart, Yara, y'all get that. All right, I just like to share stuff. When I use something new and it smells like and something, I like to share. Okay. All right, y'all. So I just told my story. All right, y'all. Night night. Ciao. Let me see how to end this. This is my second live.